Hi, it's Andy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the A.D.K channel. For today's video, Andy and Kirk have no idea what's coming up, so this is always fun to see what their reactions are always going to be. As always, there's no pausing during the video and there's no talking during the video, but we'll share our thoughts and feelings at the end. Let's go check out today's video.
Far from
There we go. Bit of Corrosion of Conformity, and the track is Man or Ash. Throw it to... Let's go with Andy first on this one today.
Another band that I should have got into that passed me by. You know, that is my kind of stuff.
Thought it might be.
Yeah, but I've never really listened to Corrosion of Conformity. The odd song, you know, the MTV videos I might have caught. We've reviewed one recently on the channel. But yeah, great guitar sound, catchy riff, memorable, nasty at times. You know, your phrase earlier, Dave, on some of the sort of faster, more extreme records we've had to listen to today, they're sort of, you describe them as get your arse in gear kind of tracks. Yeah. Something to get you up and going. This is the complete opposite. You'll be sort of kicking back and partaking in certain other activities to this kind of music, wouldn't you? not getting up and doing stuff. But yeah, reminded me of Crowbar. I guess Crowbar influenced by this band because they go way back. And
yeah, they do.
Vice versa, maybe, I don't know. But definitely a band I need to sort of check out more. And I'll ask you, you know, because you don't bring it up, but it's just an audio track we've listened to. I just wondered if, you know, when it's your turn to sort of have your response, you know, why we come this particular track, you know, there must be a particular reason for it. But yeah, really good. Like that a lot. I'll be checking Corrosion of Conformity out.
Okay. Kirk?
Thoroughly enjoyable song. They're using the guitar tone of that Chicago doom metal band Trouble. So if any of our viewers enjoyed this song, go and listen to Trouble's major label debut self-titled album from 1991, because that's where this comes from. Dave, James Hetfield is on this song, isn't he?
He is indeed, yes. You stole my thunder, you bastard!
Yeah. I actually had a quick look. Yeah, I mean, what I like about this era of Corrosion of Conformity, this is 1996.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's deliberate, but if you had to describe it, it's like they pivoted between Alice in Chains and Pantera. It still sounds like Corrosion of Conformity, but you're right, Andy. It's quite, even though you've got these, there's a bit of southern rock in there, but it's really mean, isn't it? It's quite nasty, and really muscular as well. And do you know, you said you get certain metal songs and it just makes you think like you can pick up a car and just throw it onto the next street like Superman. This does the opposite. What if I had to direct a music video for this? I know it's a cliche, but the theme would be fortitude and resilience, or the themes would be those two, and it'd be a man trying to climb out of a hole.
Right.
You know,
okay.
Like digging his claws into the soil and trying to get the angst on his face, because those riffs really capture that strain, don't they? And you know that he's going to get out of the hole in the end. The other thing about that song, I'm surprised that the length of it didn't put me off in the end. I thought that it was just about right. When you looked at it, what was it, 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes at that tempo? I was like, no, that's right. It could even have gone on another minute. And then final thing I would say, I love those type of rock solos that they're putting in there. You know, with those really, they'll start with a really slow pitch bend and then you just get the pentatonic scale patterns. Love that sound from the, certainly from the 90s. This is, I mean, let's be honest, all bands had to respond to grunge, didn't they? Corrosion and Conformity have influenced bands like Soundgarden, so they were never going to have any trouble. They end up, I think it was commercially their most successful decade as well, when you consider they started off as a hardcore crossover thrash band. So yeah, better than the other song we reviewed. I don't enjoy the stoner stuff as much. That to me is the best I've heard from this band.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of the band. I got into the album before this. Deliverance was the one I really knew. I liked the album before that, Blind, which I got in reverse, if you like. So I saw Corrosion of Conformity opening for Metallica in 1994, 95 at Escape from the Studio tour, when they played at the festival. And that was my first experience of Corrosion of Conformity, and had to go and buy the Deliverance album, and then kind of went from there. Then they went on to this album, Wise Blood, which is where they then went out on tour with them and did the Load Reload, or the Load Tour. And they were the opening band on the Load Tour. And to Andy's point about why did I pick this song, because it's probably the sludgiest, doomiest kind of style track on the album. The album has got a mix of things like the first song, King of the Rotten, is a hard rock punk style track. You've got Drowning in a Daydream, which is alternative grunge, if you like. It's radio pop friendly. Then you've got Fuel, which is just full on aggression metal. So the whole album sounds, every song is different in style, genre, and that's what you kind of get again with even like the Deliverance album, Volume Dealer, Volume 1. Again, same sort of thing. There's tracks for different people. So if you're wanting some stoner chill out rock, they've got a song on the album for that. If you're after sludgy doom, they've got a song of that. If you're after a punk song, they've got a punk song on the album. So for me, I really like Corrosion of Conformity because I can go in and listen to 2 or 3. Depending on my mood, I'll listen to 2 or 3 songs off that album. And then if I've got a completely different mood, if I want sludgy, I'll go find that song off the album. I won't listen to the album from start to finish because I can just pick and choose depending on how I want to emotionally feel. And that's what I like about the band. They can just turn their hands to anything. I picked that particular one because of that particular reason, because I was like, well, there's no point me picking the single, which they did a music video for Drowning in a Daydream, because Andy's just, I would assume, would go, I liked Stonebreaker. What's this? This isn't doomy at all. This is kind of radio friendly rock. Why would I want to check it out? I wanted to make sure you had a good example of what they can do, but obviously you have to be aware of that when you go down the route of the rabbit hole of Corrosion of Conformity. There's so many different versions and different styles of the band that you kind of have to take it with a pinch of salt. And of course, the fact that James Hetfield did vocals on the album. Or on this particular song, sorry. And I thought that was a great version of that particular track. So yeah, good, sludgy, doomy Corrosion of Conformity. Anyway, if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the video sometime very soon. Take care.